We're looking into a picture going around online this month. It claims to show a screenshot of a 2002 episode of The Simpsons that eerily mirrors real-life events.
The Simpsons, the way it has entertained us for over 2 decades with its sharp wit and satire. But is there more to it than meets the eye? From time to time, this animated sitcom seems to have made predictions that leap from the screen into real life. From breakthroughs in technology to earth-shattering events worldwide, their foresight is nothing short of uncanny. As 2025 approaches, let's delve into some of the eeriest predictions. Coincidence, clever writing, or something much more mysterious? Stick with us until the very end, where we reveal the truth behind these astounding reveals.
Not the end of the world.
Let's start with a spine-chilling moment that took the internet by storm. A 2002 episode of The Simpsons shows Donald Trump touching a glowing orb, flanked by 2 Middle Eastern-looking men. Fast forward to 2017. President Trump, alongside the King of Saudi Arabia and the President of Egypt, recreated this surreal image in real life during the inauguration of a global center. How could a cartoon from decades ago capture this moment so accurately? Was it pure coincidence? Or did The Simpsons tap into something far beyond our understanding? Probably the most spoken about predictions have to do with Donald Trump's presidency. First mentioned in the 1998 episode Bart to the Future, this was a huge shock to the world in 2016. And it doesn't stop there. It also predicted a Trump 2024 campaign way in advance. The show, in another episode, teased that Ivanka Trump was going to run for president in 2028. Is The Simpsons mapping out America's political future, or are we living out a script they have already written? Artificial intelligence is no longer the fantasy of sci-fi movies. In a 2016 episode, The Simpsons took us to an amusement park completely run by robots.
My cat's breath smells like cat food.
That's nice, Ralph, but we're sort of in a hurry.
I choo-choo-choo you.
What starts off as an interesting attraction soon spirals into chaos as the AI rebels against humanity. Today, this doesn't seem so far-fetched. From self-driving cars to robot waiters in Japan, AI is becoming a part of everyday life. But with experts like Jürgen Schmidhuber warning of runaway technological growth, could The Simpsons be hinting at a darker future for us all? Imagine a world where one can understand a baby's every cry, giggle, and gurgle. In the classic episode, The Simpsons introduced a device
ऑनलाइन और ऑफलाइन एजुकेशन का बेजोड़ कॉम्बिनेशन TW विद्यापीठ पाठशाला से इस
that translates a baby's sounds into words, and at that time, it was hilarious and far-fetched. Today, though, researchers are studying sound analysis technology that could well just make this a thing. Could this invention change parenting forever, with sleepless nights now a distant memory? It's another of those Simpsons predictions that treads a fine line between comedy and chilling accuracy. What if you could have a 5-star meal without having to leave your living room? In one freaky Treehouse of Horror episode, Homer and Marge dine on virtual food while donning VR headsets. While it sounded utterly ridiculous at the time, it's companies today working on immersive dining with the use of virtual reality. From cruise ships to high-tech restaurants, the concept of VR dining is getting more concrete, proving once again how The Simpsons called it. In an episode with a holographic invitation, The Simpsons showed us what could well be our future. One where holograms replace our regular means of communication. Nowadays, high-definition holograms are not just fantasies. Already, devices such as Dremok blow our minds with 3D projections. Is this the next step in digital evolution? Think about a world where holographic messages will be as normal as video calls today. It is exciting and partly creepy to think about what the future holds. In one surreal moment, The Simpsons once took it even further, with subliminal messages in pop music. A boy band's hit single actually had hidden encouragement to join the Navy. Preposterous, right? Well, history teaches us that the medium of music has been used as a form of propaganda and persuasion. Maybe this goofy episode was really one of those quiet little reminders about how easily our minds can be controlled. In the 1993 episode Marge in Chains, Springfield grapples with a flu epidemic that eerily resembles real-life pandemics.
Mother, get an extra special hug ready. I bought you a new juicer. Good Lord, flu germs entering every orifice in my head.
The COVID-19 crisis unfolded more than 2 decades later, strangely reminiscent of how the show plotted the story. In the 90s, this premise, a virus leaping from unusual objects into humans, seemed unreachable. Then came 2020. Was this another example of The Simpsons forecasting the future, or the weakness of our globally interconnected overexposure?
In a little-known episode, a coffin lies in St. Peter's Basilica, surrounded by cardinals. A screen shows April 21st, and Brockman announces that the Pope has died.
In other news, the Pope has died.
He's friends with God and has a rich bar.
Number 1. The deterioration of Pope Francis's health has also sparked conspiracy theories on social media. Recently, a video is circulating, which shows an episode of the famous cartoon series, where it is shown that Pope Francis will die this year. The Simpsons have predicted the death of Pope Francis in 2025. In an episode of theirs, which is little remembered by the public, an aquila is shown placed in the center of St. Peter's Basilica, surrounded by silent cardinals.
Meanwhile, Kent Brockman reports on the passing of the Supreme Pontiff, stating that the official cause of death is severe bronchitis.
A Vatican flag at half-mast, and in the background a large screen shows exactly the time when it will happen. Meanwhile, the news spreads in the media, where as the main cause for the change in the Pope's life, they give a severe bronchitis. People can't believe their ears. Whole crowds gather in St. Peter's Square. Some are with candles in their hands and others praying silently. Lisa, very curious, searches the library for the predecessor popes and finds an ancient book with a very disturbing title.
The screen shows the chimney of the Sistine Chapel releasing black smoke, a sign that there is still no successor.
The end of a cycle, 2025. In the last scene, the chimney of the Sistine Chapel appears, emitting black smoke, a sign that there is no successor to the Pope. Do you think The Simpsons were trying to warn us? Past episodes of the show have almost eerily managed to predict real-world events that have come to pass well beyond the time when the episode in question was created.
Anticipating the future is a challenge, and no one can say with certainty what lies ahead unless they are part of The Simpsons writing team. Somehow, they seem to have a natural talent for predicting events with precision. Over decades, the show has amazed fans and critics by portraying situations that later came to pass in real life, leaving us to wonder, might we experience some of these prophecies in 2025? One recurring theme is economic instability. In Treehouse of Horror 9, Homer begins working at a new nuclear plant and inadvertently triggers a financial collapse that plunges society into chaos. Years later, in Bart to the Future, Lisa becomes president and discovers that the previous administration left the country completely bankrupt. A scene echoing real-world debates about the economic fallout of the COVID-19 pandemic. A more unsettling prediction involves a possible assassination attempt on President Donald Trump. In one episode, Bart pulls a prank suggesting harm to a local authority figure, and there is a quick newspaper headline reading, "President Trump shot." Although never made explicit, this subtle detail sparked widespread speculation about the show's prophetic humor regarding political events. Another impressive forecast was the Disney acquisition of Fox. In Bart to the Future, aired years before the merger, a background sign already showed Fox as a Disney subsidiary, an in-joke that became reality in 2019, reinforcing The Simpsons' reputation for spotting market trends before they happen. In Lisa's Wedding, 1995, the series depicted a viral outbreak in Osaka, an airborne respiratory infection spreading rapidly and causing chaos. Decades later, the COVID-19 pandemic brought chilling similarities. The same episode also featured killer wasps, which became a real concern in 2020. Given the rise of viral mutations and frequent outbreaks, experts now warn of the possibility of a new pandemic in 2025. The zombie apocalypse theme has also been played for laughs, when a fast food chain releases a contaminated burger that turns customers into undead hordes. While a gag in the show, it raises questions about the risks of unchecked biotechnological experiments. If something like that occurred in real life, governments and major cities would struggle immensely to contain the outbreak. Out-of-control artificial intelligence is explored in The Robot. Homer repairs advanced AI-powered robots, only to see them malfunction, act autonomously, ignore commands, and cause destruction. Today, with autonomous systems adopted across industries, warnings grow about our readiness to manage unexpected AI failures. The possibility of a third world war appears in multiple episodes, showcasing bunkers, bombings, and global conflict. Given rising tensions among superpowers and escalating regional disputes, those scenes feel eerily timely. If a large-scale war broke out, modern military technologies and global connectivity could make it even more devastating. In one storyline, Herbert Powell, Homer's half-brother, unveils a baby translator device, converting cries into understandable sentences. Though fictional, it hints at AI and audio processing research aiming to decode infant cries, potentially revolutionizing parent-baby communication.
Simpsons predicted that if something happens to Donald Trump, Elon Musk will take over as the next U.S. president and everything will transform overnight. A breaking news alert shocks the country. Trump is unable to continue as president, and a special election is held, where Musk wins by a massive number of votes. He promises a future powered by innovation. The White House turns into a high-tech command center. Scientists and engineers replace traditional politicians. People believe he will fix the country with science and technology. He promises flying cars, robot employees, and space travel for all. The government turns into a tech-driven system. Traditional politicians panic. They are losing influence. Not everyone likes Musk's advanced ideas. Many people lose their jobs to automation. Tech billionaires gain more power while small businesses struggle. New laws allow increased AI control, making people uneasy. Protests erupt. Some demand Musk to step down. What do you think of this Simpsons prediction? Tell us in the comments.